All right. All right. Hi. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. And it's almost our full moon, almost 3 days away day. How's that? We'll throw that in there. So I am your mini medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I am so looking forward to the readings tonight here on my podcast, but also on my Facebook page. So if you happen to here in about an hour, in 7:30 Mountain Time, and what is that? 6:30 Pacific Time and 9:30 Eastern. I'm getting these down. But hop on my mini medium page on Facebook, and I will be doing free readings for a couple hours. So if you're listening, and by chance that you happen to have some time, hop on there for sure. And the readings are just going to be incredible. I'll tell you, the veil between us and the spiritual world is so very thin right now. So, I've done many, many readings the gosh, well, last week or so, but the veil got really thin about the 15th as far as, as we've noticed. And then what happens is about November 1st, it starts to not be as thin. So we get past good old All Hallows Eve, right? And the witches' Halloween, right? The witches' holiday. But once we get past that November 1st, then the veil starts to not be as thin. It's still thin, but just not as thin. So I expect readings today to be just absolutely incredible, especially when we're connecting with mediumship. So connecting with loved ones who have passed, with those beautiful loved ones in the spiritual realm. And I can't wait to see if we get some beautiful connections that way. But so, what we'll do, like I always do every week, I am going to give you the affirmation that I received. Now, many who know and have followed my podcast, I can't even believe, by the way, I have been with A1R for over a year now. And I'll tell you, it has been such a pleasure to work with such amazing people behind the scenes and just genuine, beautiful souls who really care. So, happy anniversary to me. I think that was like back in August, but so we're a little over a year, but I love it. I'm still here and I enjoy it. So, sharing every week, my gift has been just incredible. I've got to meet so many amazing people. So like I was saying, if you've been watching my show for a year or just the last couple of weeks, hopefully you'll continue. But I pull a card, which is an affirmation message, and I also get numbers. So just before I get on to my podcast, I sit and I meditate and I take some time to really get myself grounded and centered and focused so that I can ultimately give 100% of myself to you. So, which I love, and the process takes time. Definitely drains us, readers, but that's why we keep doing it is to share our gifts and uh, have to recharge ourselves once in a while for sure. But anyhow, okay. So the affirmation for everybody, which this is such a great message, and I really hope that all of you can say this affirmation, say it back to yourself, believe it 100%. Okay. So I want you all, as I say this, repeat in your own, in your mind or out loud. I'm telling you, you got to do that or else it won't stick. So your affirmation says, I am valuable. Many people are thankful for my presence in their lives. You all are valuable. You all have a purpose. You all are meant to be here. You all have some beautiful soul's connection. And I'll tell you, your soul's purpose is given to you, before that you're born, right? Or even when, conception. So finding your soul's purpose and believing that you are valuable and that people are thankful for your presence is very important. So throwing that out there for many because I do a lot of readings for families that have lost loved ones that unfortunately have not felt that value. So and we channeled the souls of their loved ones. So it's heart wrenching. So I want you all to know how special you are, 100%. So okay, all right. Well, with that said, how about we take my first caller? And this is Deborah, and Deborah's from Texas. Hi, Deborah. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So, how can I help you tonight?
Well, I had received a message that I was going to meet my future husband on a November cruise. Now, unfortunately, that cruise had been canceled by the cruise line and rescheduled
Oh,
for January. So
ah,
I'm wondering, did I miss my opportunity to meet my future husband, or I have a vision of what he's going to look like, what he's going to sound like,
I love it.
just all the stats, that he is going to be. So,
Yeah.
can you tell me if this person is coming into my life yet, or as that opportunity passed?
Okay. Well, as you've been talking, I thought, I'm going to pull a couple of cards here. So, yes, I want to get into all the beautiful visions I'm getting. But first, before I do, can I ask you? I always ask all my callers. I'll ask you, and then my next caller as well. But the number 16 has been a very strong number for me today. Do you connect with that number, the number 16?
Um, yeah, that's my birthday, the 16th of May.
Oh my gosh, my friend. Oh, see, this is what I have chills everywhere. I'm telling you, this is what I love. Now, just so all the callers know, all my skeptics out there, okay? You and I did not meet before, correct? We've never met.
That's correct. No, we
And
have
we
not.
and we did not talk before this, right?
That's correct. We have not.
Hey, look how beautiful. So my spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side had, collaborated together and they said, Steph, 16 is going to connect with one of your callers and your birthday's the 16th. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. It's amazing. Um, okay, well, let's continue now that I've got chills everywhere. All right, so the cards I pulled for you, which I don't necessarily read tarot, but I love to use the cards as a guide or a tool. And it's beautiful to see how magical that even the cards will come together. So, um, first off, let me show the cards on the on my camera here. So if you go back and watch the live or whatnot, but so the first card that I pulled for you, you pulled this Fool card. Now the Fool card came out upside down. Now I don't want you to take that word literal. You are not a fool. So we'll talk about what that means. Now, it did come out upside down, and I'll kind of tell you what that means here. Now, what I find is interesting is you pulled this Two of Wands card. In the picture, there's a gal sitting there with a globe next to her, and she's got a wand in her hand, and then she's got a wand sitting to the side. This is such a beautiful sign of you traveling, because you were going to go on this cruise. Here's you holding the wand, which is where you have control over what you want to have happen in your life. And you do really. We all have control. We all have free will. And then the little wand that's sitting to the back of her, this is your person. This is connecting with your person that's just kind of waiting. It's so amazing. You'll have to go and look at the cards if you get a chance on Facebook or YouTube. So with these cards and how I'm feeling, everything happens for a reason. Do you believe that, Deborah?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. So yes, November's cruise being canceled kind of was, sucky, of course, but I'll tell you there's a reason because without a doubt, your person was not on that cruise or could not make that cruise. So you would have went on this cruise and you would have maybe connected with someone who wasn't really a great guy or girl or whoever you connect with. You said men, so
Mhm.
and so this is the universe's way of saying, you know what, it's just not the right time, so we're going to hold off. And I really feel too that when you go in February, your whole energy, your mindset, your vibration, your light is going to be so much better. You'll be in just a better position to enjoy the cruise even more. So you're going to vibrate at such a high frequency that you're going to end up connecting with what I call your person. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and the cruise is rescheduled for January, not
Oh, you
February.
said January. Oh, I'm sorry. January.
That's
Where I got
okay.
February.
Yes.
January. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Okay, now I've even got even more chills. So I think I thought February because I kept seeing 2 months out, 2 months out, which November to December, December to January is 2 months. And the card
Okay.
you pulled, this Two of Wands, just as more even visual validation from the cards that January is a perfect time for the cruise. So now, so I do feel like that, yes, you have, I say, no, you have not missed your opportunity to find your person. January is a perfect time. Now, I'll tell you, can I tell you kind of visually what I see, what he looks like?
Sure. Sure.
See if we can. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, very much I feel now, I don't know how old you are, and you don't have to say on, and I don't want you to say anything yet, but I do feel this gentleman, and I do call him a gentleman because I do feel like he has a very, he's kind of old school. So old school in the sense of, opening doors and respecting women. It just feels like he's got the good old school ways. I do feel that he's, I would say, I see him, maybe late 50s into 60s. I do feel he's got, what I call seasoned. He's seasoned. I like that word better. Um, I also feel like he's a little sandy gray hair. I feel like he's got some really beautiful sandy gray hair. I do feel that he's pretty not tall, but not short. I feel like, what we say 5'11", maybe a little at barely over 6 feet. Um, he feels to me that he is very intelligent, very much an entrepreneurial, very business, oriented in that sense. He's very passionate about his family. He loves his family. There's a good family connection. I do feel his mom has passed, but he has such a and had a very good relationship with his mom, hence why he's great with women. So I like him. I like if, and I don't know what your vision has been, but boy, I'll tell you, these came in very clearly. So
Okay.
um, now tell me your thoughts. What is your vision?
Okay. Well, he is. I vision him to be in his late 50s, early 60s, and
Beautiful.
he's got a lot of hair. Well, for his age, I mean, it's
Yeah.
full. He's not bald at all.
Yep.
It is, of course, graying.
Yes.
Um, a distinguished looking, very preppy looking,
Yes.
business like,
Yep.
absolutely, and it's some. He would be close to 6 foot, a little bit, maybe a little bit taller than 6 foot, 6 foot
Uh-huh.
one, maybe. I don't wasn't real specific about the height, but tall. Um,
Yes.
so, so that when I wear a pair of high heels, I'm not towering over them. So,
Exactly.
um,
Exactly.
and so we would be close. I am 69, and
Okay.
I look really young for my age. I'm not bragging, but I mean, everybody
No,
keeps
I
telling me that they have no idea that I'm sliding into, you know, that age bracket. Most people think I'm late 40s, early
yes.
50s.
Well, even I'm telling you, Deborah, your energy, your voice, I mean, because people know I can't see you, so I have no idea what you look like, but just hearing you, you have such a fun energy and a very youthful energy. So yeah, I just hearing your voice, I would not have even thought you were going to be close to 70. There's no way, So I love that. Anything else that you picture with him?
um, I know that he is going to be physically fit. He's going to be healthy.
Yes.
Um, so that's all, of course, appealing
Yeah.
to me. He
Yes.
will live, not real far from me, but I mean within driving distance, I would say. Um, since I live in Forney, Texas, I've got thoughts that he lives in Houston, which is close to where the the cruise line is, because it's going out of Galveston,
Ah,
Texas.
okay, okay. I disagree on that one with you, but that's okay. I can't wait till you meet this man. And you're going to have to get back with me and say, guess what? I found him. And,
So,
and
so what did you see? I mean, okay, so tell me what
I
you had seen as far as um, where he's located.
location. Yeah, I feel like I kept picking him up more in like the Florida, Alabama kind of I call it the Floribama area. I kept going more to Florida, which, I know Texas to Florida. I mean, that's not too bad, but not driving distance, obviously. But I kept going more to the, you know, to the south, which I mean, I already knew you were from Texas, but I kept feeling him more in that Florida, Georgia, Alabama type area. So it could very well be that, or he's in Texas. I mean, I don't think that's a huge deal breaker, even if he's far away, because I feel with him being so well off in a sense, I think you'll be okay with being able to see each other, and that I'm not worried
Hmm.
about. But
And
I love every.
that was another thing too, is that he was financially substantial.
Yes,
Not super wealthy, like a multi gazillionaire or
sure,
anything like that. But I mean, um,
yeah, but
there's a
but is it
possibility that
a
he's still working. Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, well off, well to do, stable, has a
Hmm.
good stable life. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, it sounds like you and I are on the same, mindset. I love it. I love it. Well,
Well,
um, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm flabbergasted, that you have, picked up that energy from the cards and can share the same vision of
Yeah.
who I expect to meet and who you see that I will meet. So that's great.
Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Well, I hope this helped you and gave you some excitement and inspiration for January. So please, if you feel comfortable, keep me up to date, or keep in touch with me. I'd love to find out for sure. Okay.
I will, yes. And thank you so much.
Yes, you're so welcome. Thank you for calling. Have such a great night.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. Oh, you guys, look at the beautiful connections. Well, let's go to our next caller. We have time. So you have Sarah from, I believe, New Jersey. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, hon.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Good. Hanging in there. Yes. How did you get through the eclipse energy? Did you guys get much of that in New Jersey?
I actually didn't even know it happened.
Oh, no. That might be okay, though, because the energy was chaotic. So maybe you did yourself a favor. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Well, it was interesting here in Utah. We got to see a lot of it. It was almost well
Oh,
in a
really?
portion of yeah. It was really cool to see, but the energy was very intense for sure. So yeah, so maybe it's a good thing. I don't know, but anyhow, but I'm happy to be here for you and help you. How can I help you tonight?
Um, my son is 7, and he, I think he may have a gift. I've been told he does, and I don't know how to help him.
Oh, girl, you've come to the right person. I can help you.
Yeah.
So ironically, or maybe I don't know if I believe in irony. I don't believe in coincidences, but when I was 7, that's when I mean, at the age of 21, 22, I was brought to the attention that at the age of 7 was my first experience with my gifts. And growing up throughout, my elementary and junior high and into high school, into college, even, I just, I knew something even something was different, and I knew that there was something that I just didn't quite click or mesh with the other kids, in school. And I mean, I danced and cheered my whole life, and I had great friends, and but I just didn't. There was just something that wasn't quite right. I felt different, and so when I went and saw a psychic medium when I was about 21, 22, she's the one that opened me up to going back throughout my childhood and recognizing. So when I was 7, I saw my grandfather who had passed, and he was an apparition. I could see him. He was very, very detailed, but yet still kind of like an apparition. So anyhow, but
Yeah.
so growing up, it was really hard. And I love that you're starting to recognize this at such a young age for him. And all first and foremost, my friend, and I don't feel like that you will discourage him. Others will through life, which is really hard. But if he has the encouragement from the ones that he is closest to, this your son is going to flourish like no other. So um, some things that I would say to help him um, really is that I pulled a couple cards for you, which I don't even know if we're going to need these because I got a lot coming in. But first and foremost, does he remember his dreams?
Yes. And it's
That
it's cool how you brought that up because he says he has a girlfriend named Olivia, but she passed away.
okay, okay,
Yeah, and he describes like how she passed, and he's like, "Mom, I was there," and I'm like, "You sure?"
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know what you say? You say, okay, well, tell me about her. What does she look like? What was she
Oh, he
wearing?
wrote it
You
all
know,
down.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love that. At 7. That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Well, these are the things that, and I was just going to say, if he's remembering his dreams or his visions or the things he's, feeling or seeing with his mind's eye, have him journal all of this because that is the best way as mediums, because it sounds to me he's got more of a stronger mediumship gift at the moment. So encouraging that and having him journal everything, it'll help him to know, for one, that it's okay, for two, that it's not anything to be afraid of, or that he's weird. He's different,
Yeah.
absolutely he's different, but he's special. It's a special different. So um have him be as detailed as he can. And I don't doubt that in a past life that Olivia was his girlfriend, or a sister. There's some kind of connection or bond that he'll have with past life souls. You know, um, so encourage him. Also, please make sure that he is protected, meaning that please have
Yeah.
sage, white sage or Palo Santo in your home. So make sure, that he stays protected because at a young age, when they open themselves up, they become very vulnerable and they can become vulnerable to the not such light side of things. So
Yeah.
that will be,
Well, he said
go
he
ahead.
sees my cousin that passed away, and then I'm like, "Well, just
Oh,
so you know, he's just protecting you from anything."
absolutely.
And I was like, "So don't be afraid of him."
Good. I love that. I love that. Yeah. And there are I'm not too sure. You can actually you could probably Google it, I'm sure, but there are support groups. I guess I don't even like to say support groups, but support in supporting his gifts for children, which they've come a long way. I mean, I'm 48 years old, and so I mean, they didn't have that when I was growing up, so
Yeah.
but just other kids that can sit. He needs to be able to sit with someone that can relate and can just, they can talk about the things that they're seeing and hearing and feeling and knowing that others aren't. So see if you can do that for him. Um, and also, does he ever carry any stones or crystals on his person?
What was that, hun? I'm sorry. I'm holding his brother.
Oh, no, you're good. I love the cute little baby voices. um, does he carry any stones or crystals on his person, on him?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. So that may help as well to, well, I can't say may, it will help to protect him and deter any kind of negative energy. I would say have him get tourmaline. Tourmaline is a great stone. It's a darker stone, but he can, even at 7, he can, put it in his pocket or his backpack or I know it's 7. I don't know about necklaces because if they play, rough, it might come off, but bracelets, things like that might not be best at the moment. But tourmaline is good. Also, hematite is really good. Those 2 stones, I think, will help him to deter any negative energy. Okay.
All
That's a
right.
good start. Yeah, that'll be a good start for him, hun. But I love hearing that you are supportive and wanting to do whatever you can to support and encourage his gifts. Because I'll tell you, the more spiritual beings that we have after we die, the better off this world's going to be. I
Good.
truly believe it.
I was going to say,
So.
I am a very spiritual person.
Yes, good. I love it. I love it. Well, and he'll just have a beautiful support system throughout his growing up. So, but I love it. I keep encouraging him and just more importantly, make sure he's protected. Okay.
All right.
All right, my friend. Well, I appreciate you calling. I know I'm at my time, but if you're ever wanting to hop on my Facebook page, it's Mini Medium. I talk a lot about this kind of stuff. And tonight at 7:30, so in an hour, if I'm here in Utah, I will be going live on my Facebook page and doing readings. So if you want, hop on and take a look, and we'll see if maybe we can get even more connections. Okay.
All right. Sweet. Thank you.
Hey, all right, you're welcome. You guys have a great night and thanks for calling.
No problem. Thank you, hun.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, perfect. Wonderful night. I told you guys connections are incredible. Well, I am your mini medium. I love you guys. Sending you so much good love and light. I'll see you next week, Wednesday. Bye, guys.